obviously we love both Kurt and Matt. And Matt's been around forever, obviously, and he started last year. So, I'm really happy for him that he has this opportunity. If there's anyone on the team that deserves it, it's him, because he hasn't, especially being put in the situation that he was put in, he hasn't complained once. And, Jackson Mateo said earlier today that, he lives with them, and he hasn't heard him say one thing all year about it. So, I hope that he does really well. Our call sheet's going to be really small this week. And then last year it was too. We only ran, a handful of different calls last year. Obviously the scheme's going to be different, and I don't know exactly what we're going to do. But Coach Mendenhall's played Georgia Tech twice. He's beat them twice. And he played Air Force a ton. And they run the same, basic offense. So he's proven that he knows what he's doing, stopping the option offense. So I'm sure whatever we do this week if we execute like we're supposed to, will work. It really just depends. If everyone does their job, it's the easiest offense to defend. So last year, we really stopped they stayed in the game by throwing the ball, which is kind of unusual for Georgia Tech. But they couldn't run the ball against us at all last year. And that was one of the more fun games I've played in my career, I think, was the Georgia Tech game last year. Just because everyone was doing what they were supposed to be doing, and they couldn't run the ball. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out for us. You only play the option offense for us once a year, so it's not something. It's like a whole different. We basically change our defense up. Is the way that I've kind of perceived what we're going to do. So, obviously, each year you play it, you get better at it. I think for these freshmen, it helps out that this isn't their first game playing ever in college, like mine was. That was a bit of a shock. But, I like the guys that we have out there right now. And for being freshmen, they're pretty sound football players. So I think they'll be fine this year. But I think, especially 4 years from now, they'll be looking back and like, man, this is way easier to play than it was when I was a freshman. But
the guys filled in for you when you've been out. Atlanta word.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have come in and had a lot of praise for. What's been your kind of assessment of his play?
Yeah, I think that. Well, first of all, I think he's going to be an NFL linebacker. I haven't told him that, but that's just he has the genetics for it. So, but he's huge for, especially being a freshman. I was 205 pounds soaking wet when I was a freshman, and he lost weight actually, so he's 235, so he says, but he's like 6'4". He's really physical. He's being a freshman. You're kind of iffy on being confident on what you're supposed to be doing on especially in game situations, and so when he has issues, it's normal. I'm out there for the first time, kind of mistakes that he makes. But just from a physical standpoint, he's done a really good job for the situation he's been put in this year, and I think he's going to be really good. It's next year or and especially down the road. Well, it was funny. We were sitting in the hotel room the morning before the game, and we were joking around how neither of us has ever gotten an interception in our careers, and how awesome it would be if one of us could get a pick for the senior night game, and he actually did. He ended up breaking Coach Hunter's tooth. I don't know if you guys saw that. He's missing. I think he headbutted him when he came to the sideline. It chipped like a quarter of his tooth off. So he ruined Micah's smile, or Coach Hunter's smile.
The first play too, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first defensive play. Yeah.
I guess he's been ever since he's been insisting that he scored on the play.
What did you say? Oh yeah, actually, I think if they would have called it a touchdown on the field, they wouldn't have been able to overturn it. And especially from the view on the film that we have, which is the back end zone view, it looks like he was in, but it was close. But for his sake, we scored. The offense scored, on that drive, so he gets a pick six in my book.
Will we be seeing Micah here next year?
Yeah. He's telling me yes.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to be saying this. I think he will be. Huh? Kind of late now, yeah. I think he plans, unless something.
He's graduating, right?
He's graduating in the spring.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a few credits left he has to take, but I think he wants to stay, and I think a part of it is he just wants to see this program succeed and wants to continue to be a part of it. Because if I was in his shoes, I would want to come back too. I think, unless someone came up to me and told me I was going to be a first-round pick, and then you'll never see me again.
This is cool. I'm just excited for Matt as well. And yeah, it's cool to have a senior and kid who's worked hard. He's been there with me since the first day we got here. He's my roommate first year, and yeah, his fifth year senior, last 2 games. It's pretty cool for him.
How has he gone about his business this year?
It's like nothing's really changed. He's kind of acted the same way this year as he has last year, as he has the year before. He's a real vocal leader. Always does the right thing, always says the right thing, always on time, all that kind of stuff, and he's great with the young guys. So it's, yeah. The last time I played there was my 3rd year, and I just remember it was freezing cold for some reason, and yeah, it wasn't supposed to be cold, and we got there and it was freezing, and coach just told us it wasn't gonna be loud, and then it was loud, and it was like everything was cold and loud. I remember, but yeah, I don't know. It's not going to change how we prepare or anything. We'll always be going into away games, even home games. We'll practice in the indoor with the music turned up and get ready for that and stuff. So, I think Luke Goldstein, the video guy. I think 'cause his music choices are all over the place too. So,
I haven't played any offenses like this in high school, and I had a red shirt in my first year here, so this will be a brand new experience for me. So I think our coaches will try to show us the best look that we can get in practice, and then I think key film study for this offense will be key, because since I know played against it, being able to see it and learn from it from film and practice, I think will be the best thing to prepare for it. And be ready for it. Coach Ruff says a lot, just do my job, do your job. I think that's going to be huge this week. Everyone's going to have a responsibility, and just focusing on what you have to do and trust that everyone else will do their jobs is going to be huge this week. From the standpoint just to have a Micah, he's a middle linebacker. Middle linebacker, in all football and movies, everything. He's the centerpiece. He's the the captain. He leads us, and I think so. If Micah could come back, will be huge for us as a leading standpoint, and as a player in the middle of the field. For the young guys, I think it's it's a learning curve for them and for me. But getting this early playing time, and lots of it, is going to help us a lot to have seasoned guys coming up for the next 3-4 years that have played a lot of football in this defense.
How difficult is it when you're playing assignment football like that, and then you also have to deal with the fact that your offensive linemen are trying to cut block you all the time, something maybe you've never even seen before? How hard is that to adjust to mentally?
It's tough. It takes a lot of focus, and I think you best prepare for that you can in practice is be practicing the cut blocks and how to handle that. But our coaches tell us don't, or the D-line coaches tell us, don't look at anything else or in the backfield or anything. Just look at that O lineman in front of you, and if he cuts you, play the cut. Then look for the ball. But I think the best way to handle that mentally would just practice it, and when you get in the game, the practice will show, and then during the game you'll feel that out.